As you can probably imagine, our church is pretty excited right now. We were just this last week able to purchase 3 lots for our church property. We've been renting buildings since 2014. We've been in this city since 2012. And back in the end of 2023, we began discussing as a church the need of having our own property. And I'm driving out to it right now, happy to show you what the Lord's allowed us to get. Back in 2023, we didn't have practically any money in the bank, at least nothing that could be used to even think about purchasing a piece of property. And then as we started praying, I told the people, you go ahead and give, even though you know it's not going to be remotely enough to cover the cost of purchasing land and building. And the people started to give and work at giving. I mean, they did things to get more money to be able to give. And the Lord immediately began blessing with some offerings that we did not expect. Those of you who've kept up with us know exactly what we're talking about. And enough money came in so that we're able to buy 3 adjacent lots in one of the newer neighborhoods of our city. A neighborhood that has been growing, lots of construction. So we're putting the church where the city seems to be headed, the direction of the people and of the population. So that makes it all the more exciting for us. And we are currently finishing up paperwork that's required in this very, very bureaucratic country. But the land has already been purchased, the contract's already been signed, the payments have already been made. It's just a matter of finishing up this normal bureaucratic process that we're going through. So it's not far from our home. We started recording this video just maybe 30 seconds past the departure of our house, and we are almost at the property. Our current church building, the one we're renting, is right near our house, maybe 150 meters or so from our house. Meters, that's the measurement we use here in Brazil. And now we have actually arrived at the property. So we're going to get out of the vehicle and be able to show you this property. Obviously, it's just land, but you'll get an idea. So we have arrived at the property. The town's not very big, so it's easy to get around. We're on kind of the other side of town now that we have purchased this property, but it's not going to be difficult for our people. Right here where I'm standing is the third of the 3 lots, and where the grass grows taller are the first 2 lots. So we own from the street corner all the way to where the camera is at, these 3 lots. It's a great piece of property. And if you look over here to the side, it's off of this main avenue. Now, like I said, this is one of the newer neighborhoods in the entire city. And all of the homes that you see around us and you'll see mostly walls because that's how it's done in Brazil. The homes are built with walls surrounding them. But this is new construction, all of it. These homes haven't been here. Many of them haven't been here for 10 years. Some maybe. But we have purchased into an area, a neighborhood that is one of the growing sections of our town. And so that makes it very exciting because there are fewer things over here and it's mostly just residential. And people are and will be looking for churches. Now, in Brazil, you don't have to worry about parking lots. People park on the streets or they come on motorcycles or on foot. So there's not nearly the need of parking as you would have in America. So we are able to use all this land for auditorium, classrooms, nursery, bathrooms, storage areas. We want to put an area for the children to play, some sort of playground to keep them off the street. Now, the kids tend to go out in the front and they get near the cars and we're constantly trying to reel them in. And here will be so much different once the Lord allows us. Now, where the camera is at, we will be putting our tallest external wall that's not a part of any building. It's just a protective wall, which is normal for this country. But around the street, across the avenue, and then to the corner to the street over there, we will have a much lower wall, maybe waist high or something of that nature, maybe a little bit lower. And then on the top of it, we plan to stick up some sort of metal fencing that will be pretty, that people can see in and see that it's a church, so that we'll still have the security, but at the same time, the visibility. So we want to thank you for what you've done in praying and sending offerings for this to be possible. Our church people, there was no way outside of God doing a miracle that we'd be able to have this. And here we are after God has blessed in such a wonderful way with these 3 lots. We are right now finalizing some of the bureaucracy, and we need to begin discussing things with an architect and an engineer, and then initiate the first phase of this project. And we'd love to start that this year. Bureaucracy always slows things down here, but we are very excited, very grateful to you for your prayers and support, and ask that you continue standing with us. And as we have things to show, we hope to send you pictures and videos so you can see the progress over the next year or so here on this property. So thank you again, and may the Lord bless each of you.